Oneyplays with friends.
Is that Crash Bandicoot?
Did he just scratch his asshole? This is a
Naughty. He is a naughty dog.
What would you do if he was just picking shit flakes out of his asshole for a solid
what would you do if
3 minutes?
What would you do if he said put on your 3D glasses and he flicked shit at the camera? And what's that guy?
That guy's Daxter, dude.
He looks like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, they obviously didn't spend a lot of time on his human character model because he's only in this opening cutscene.
Do you like how every time the camera changes, there's one frame
what?
of the in-between
He's
point?
a human?
Yeah, he's kind of hideous.
Wait, so the plot's that he gets turned into a thing?
Yeah, he falls into dark putty.
He falls into dark putty, and nobody really seems to give a fuck except for him.
Yeah.
I think the dude even like mocks him. He was like, "Well, good on you. You went to the thing. I told you not to go to the thing."
I just realized I never knew the backstory that this guy was a person at first.
Yeah.
It's like it matters. I just didn't know the origin.
I think that's the whole premise of why they're doing anything in this game.
Because he's a weasel?
Yeah, because Jack's just like, I'm tired of looking at you. Actually, he doesn't talk at all.
He doesn't get turned back, does he?
No.
When Jack dies, he sounds like,
Oh! Yeah, he goes, oh!
He's got a really manly voice. She's got good tits.
She does.
I like big,
phenomenal
big
tits.
natural bagoongies.
I like big hard tits.
Big hard fake fucking rocks.
Big brick-like tits.
I love big nippled rocks.
I want it to feel like
I
a
love
cinder
areolas
block.
that take up 75% of the whole chest.
I don't even like tits. I just want the whole like pectoral region to be an areola.
Ugh.
I remember when I was a kid, he says crap right here.
a maggot in his mouth?
He's got 17 maggots swarming in
He
his
says the
tongue.
C word. Ooh, he swore.
I like it when little cartoons make sweary waves.
Yeah, the second game
He says
is
fucking cunt.
amazingly edgy.
Really?
Yeah,
He
the
says,
second
he
one.
says wop in the second game.
Jack never talks in this one at all, and then in the second one, they like capture him at the beginning of the game, and like Daxter like wakes him up, and the first thing he says is like, "I'm gonna kill Praxis." It's very.
What made them give him a voice?
I don't know.
They also
The
didn't.
second one is like a GTA type
Yeah,
thing.
and they didn't call it Jak and Daxter. They called
They
it
just
Jack
call it Jack,
too.
yeah.
What's the worst swear word they say in the second one?
I think that they're kind of on par with like The Simpsons. So they definitely say hell and damn.
They
And
say fart.
I think they say bastard. I don't know.
They
I don't
say
remember.
flim.
Do they say big shit splatter?
Yeah.
Do they say shit splatter?
Jack walks out of the toilet. He slips on his shit. And he
He goes,
says,
"Oh!"
And then he just like instinctually shouts the N-word, and everybody looks at him. He's just like, look, I come from a culture where we just said that all the time. You know, I have lots of black friends.
This guy's eyes just went long.
I remember the first time I saw this lip sync, it blew my mind.
This game did a lot of things that at the time was super ambitious, and now is just in everything.
No, even now lip sync isn't this good. You have all these weird Mass Effect games where the mouse just flap up and down.
Yeah, that's true.
It's because they're using like the principles of how to animate 2D, I think.
Is that Bulma?
Guys, nobody objectify her for wearing that, please. Nobody say anything.
That's Bulma briefs.
She is set up to be Jack's love interest through the first 2 games, and then the third one, she's in it for like 3 seconds. She has like 2 lines, and I think that they're copy-pasted from other games. I think something happened with like the voice actress or something, and rather than bring her back, they just...
She might have demanded more money or something.
Yeah, something like that. I don't
That's
know.
what
I don't
happened.
know the
That's
exact
what
story.
That's what happened with Maud Flanders. She asked for money. They fucking shot her off and killed her.
Village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get
He's
some
upside down. This
practice
game is
on
very
guiding the
silly.
Have you guys noticed that every time the camera changes, there's like one frame in between of the in-between point of the cameras? The camera's tweening around really quick.
Yeah.
Before I turn you both into fur.
There is that one weird
Oh yeah, I
frame.
just saw it right there.
Yeah.
Every time, look.
We are playing this on the PlayStation 4. So,
The place.
don't yell at us for that. Yell at the PlayStation 4, the console in existence.
Yeah, this-
and
what-
make sure in your angry letter to the PlayStation 4, the console, to say what were they thinking.
What
Be
year is
sure
this
to
game? What
use-
year did this game come out?
17.
Like 2001, I want to say.
This cannot be the. This is not
2000,
the graphics.
2001.
This is not the 2001 graphics though.
Yeah, it is.
It is, but it's upscaled.
That's still pretty incredible for 2001.
Yeah.
You don't think they improved some of it after the fact?
I was
I
gonna
don't
say
know.
they must
Look
have.
how much like squash and stretch they use on this.
Look at his model. I'm just saying I'd be surprised. I'm not. If it is, it is.
It is. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that this is. It's not a launch game for the PS2, but it came out very shortly after. Look, it's the special egg. When you reunite the pieces of the egg with the inside of the egg, it's just a circle and it's not special.
That's what my uterus.
And that's what you have to do. You have to go and make it not special no more.
Please do not remove the egg.
That reminds me of Bubsy 3D. That music.
The like.
Wasn't there a new one that just came out?
A new Bubsy?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
It was just. I think it was literally made just so they could keep the IP or something.
You think, or do you think that they were trying to get Let's Players like you
No,
to play
it was definitely the least amount of effort they could have possibly done.
It looked like an iPhone game.
I think it was. I think
Oh, is it literally for the iPhone?
I think it was an iPhone game, and they just put their graphics on it.
What system was it released for? Was it like PlayStation?
It's on Steam and everything. He says, "What can possibly, what could fucking go wrong?"
And then a man comes out behind him and chokes him to death.
Daxter's being rude.
Ugh.
He's so
You
quirky.
see his body right there?
He does, if you die, he'll like shit talk you. And I always found that a little weird as a kid.
Yeah.
Where like you're a fucking limp corpse and he's like, "Say goodnight, Jack!" It's like, what the fuck?
They animated his cloaca up close.
They animated the big seam going from his pussy to his butthole.
He shit semen.
Those little big seam, that little seam you have down your
Oh.
balls, they animate that seam.
I always wonder what is the point of that little seam. What does that do?
If you twist
I think, wait,
bottom
what,
of your
the
pussy,
seam? What are you talking about?
On your nuts.
there's a seam down the middle. There's
Oh.
stitching.
Yeah, it's like God stitched it up. Like,
Yeah,
it was the last thing he put
it's like,
together.
it's like a bad texture meeting.
Yeah. You know, once you rip that seam open, you can't stitch it back together.
Once you open it up, what do you find inside?
Pandora's cock. Yo, editor, spin the screen around real quick. Hypnotize the audience.
Ooh,
Subscribe.
You will watch more
Subscribe,
YouTube video.
like and subscribe. That looks like my fucking ass. Nah, but really, this game is a classic.
Hey,
As a little boy, I used to wake up on Saturday morning and stare at the asshole for hours and go, that.
When I first played this game in my review, I was going to say, "What is this? A fucking fart?" But I decided not to say that to not be offensive.
you know when Daxter breakdances when you pick up the egg?
Yeah.
That's cultural appropriation. He does not own that kind of dance.
How do you know?
But then again, he did turn into a weasel.
How do you know
are
what
you
culture created it in this fictional universe?
That's a good point. I don't know that. But then again, you're not supposed to take cultures and
Yep.
put them into fiction.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
You're supposed to make them elves.
You're supposed to make up your own cultures.
You make them elves, and then you can
Why
be as
can't he do a
racist
new
as you
dance
want.
where he says, "I love every culture"? That's what he says when he's dancing.
And he points up and down real quick.
Because this is the sky and this is the floor, and the direction between them, the amount of room is how much I respect different cultures.
Has there ever been a case where somebody looked like they were wearing blackface, but they really weren't, and they got in big trouble over it?
There was somebody that fucking drew on their face with permanent marker,
I feel like that did happen. At
and
some
they got
point.
it fucking stained their skin somehow.
Forever?
Yeah, I think.
Whoa.
Or at least for a long period of time.
I feel like that's something that would happen.
I swear to God, that did happen. I think that happened recently. Somebody got trolled for. I know that somebody got called a Nazi for having a shaved head, and it turned out they had some kind of rare fucking hair
Oh, I remember
loss.
that.
They look like big hoopy cushions.
They look like big scary boogs. I remember this level. This is called Funzo Beach, and you get to run Funzo down the beach.
What would you do if there was a gigantic bug that came to your house in high heels?
I would, first off, I would
open the door.
if there was a huge bug walking around, I would try to kind of go to the room with no windows and the least amount of doors.
What kind of bug was it?
Yeah, what was it?
Let's just say it's like a big
Cockroach?
cricket.
A cricket's not so bad. They did look kind of scary, but not. They're
If
not.
they were inflated to a gigantic size, they'd be scary. What kind of high heels? Is it like ruby red, beautiful high heels? And it also, is the cricket a woman? Is it obviously a female cricket?
Let's say it's unclear as to whether this thing had it's definitely got cricket level intelligence, but it's got high heels on. So either somebody else put the high heels on it, or it like stomped through a shoe store or something.
Crickets bite, dude. I've been bitten by a cricket before.
They don't bite, do they?
Yeah, I've been bitten by a cricket before.
Why didn't you bite back?
I fucking did. I bit its little.
You gotta establish dominance over the cricket.
If you pour milk on a cricket, they become a milk cricket. And then they produce milk.
That's a little evolution. That's a life hack.
Yeah. And if you drink cricket from milk from a cricket, you'll become.
If you suck
You know
on
that
the
they
tits of a
trained
cricket-
goats? They trained goats to produce spider silk out of their titties.
I remember that.
They said, goats, you better do it, and the goats did it.
If you behead a goat and don't praise the Lord, bad shit goes down.
You've got to scream towards at least one holy city, doesn't matter which.
My dad cut out a goat's tongue one time, and then he won the lottery shortly after.
Did you get to see any of that money? Or
Yeah.
was there a twist?
Well, the moral of the story is that it's okay to do that as long as you can buy more goats after the fact.
My uncle literally severed the foot of a rabbit, of a lucky rabbit.
Yeah. Rabbits' feet are lucky, and you can buy more goats with it.
Guys, please mutilate all rare animals to have good luck.
Rabbits aren't rare. They're actually
They're too common, actually.
yeah, they want shit to kill them.
In Ireland, people encourage you to shoot rabbits. It's weird. I would never,
That's
though.
gonna piss off most of the audience.
It's true. People are like, they're a rodent. They'll eat your cabbage patch.
Yeah, but they got those fat little faces. They're adorable.
I like rabbits. Honestly,
I would not cut a rabbit's foot off.
I would blow a rabbit's foot off with dynamite.
I'd blow it off.
Would you paint a stick of dynamite like a big carrot?
That's a really good idea. Well, if you dip a rabbit's foot in acid, is it still lucky?
No.
Does it have to be like a whole foot?
I think it has to. It cannot be a skeletized foot.
Oh, you butthole.
Is it half lucky?
No, it's just a skeleton foot.
A rabbit skeleton foot. At least it's cool looking.
At least it's neat.
Isn't this cool? Isn't this neat? Isn't this song quite a big treat? That's the Little Mermaid theme. Remember?
It's when she finds a skeleton foot of a rabbit.
Covered in acid.
What's this? What's this?
There's acid on a pear.
What's this?
There's rabbits everywhere.
Kick it in the fucking head.
Can't believe my eyes. I must be dreaming. Wake up, rabbit. This isn't fair. There's people throwing rabbits.
There's people throwing rabbits.
That just the song ends there.
He starts running away.
If Jack Skellington ran up and kicked a rabbit, it would fucking die instantly.
If that movie ended with him kicking a rabbit, and everyone goes like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you doing?"
I wanted to kill the rabbit.
He's like, "I don't know. I thought it was something different for a second.
There's a big scandal and he gets impeached.
Impeached?
Yeah, he's the president of Halloween, isn't he?
I don't know.
I think he's the king of Halloween.
I would hate to live in Halloween Town.
It would suck, dude.
I feel like you'd get like a migraine from looking at claymation for too long, just constantly.
I feel like if you want to make a scary movie, just make anything with clay.
Yeah, it's always really it's neat to look at, but it's got this jarring. That's why I didn't like Wallace and Gromit when I was younger. It made me sick.
It's scary. It's
Yeah.
creepy. And
Even Chicken Run, which I loved as a kid, made me
I
uncomfortable.
love Chicken Run. Did you know that Chicken Run has one of the best movie soundtracks of all time?
I agree.
Does it?
Yeah, I think so. It's kind of a ripoff of The Great Escape, but it's better. So it's better.
You know what they say? We stand on the shoulders of giants and then make claymation chickens on them.
Yeah.
The soundtrack for Ants is also very good.
Here, sing it. Sing it.
Alright, I'll be the Patrick Warburton ant. Hey, you can't leave
There's no Patrick. That's fucking Sylvester
Stallone.
Stallone.
Is
You
it?
fucking dip.
Yes.
You fucking
sorry. It's
retarded
not-
idiot.
Oh boy, I haven't seen fucking. I'm not like you people.
Oh jeez, I can't believe people thought he
Hey
was.
Z, I'm a big ant and you're
Hey
little.
Z, how's it going? Let me switch places with you so you can fuck the princess.
And then that lady who's the Latina and everything, she's in there too.
Latina Turner?
Latina Turner, and she bequests her big anal booty aunt.
Queen Latina.
Yeah, Queen Latini.
Is there a
That's the
scene where
aunt.
the Queen Aunt,
That's her little
the
sister.
Queen Aunt gives birth and then fucks her eldest son?
You remember when Woody Allen goes, "Oh, can I please just, have sex with you? I don't want to have little ant babies with you.
I don't want to do that, Z. I'm your friend.
Look at the skyline. It's made of grass. It's the New York skyline. Isn't that funny? It's the New York skyline, but it's made of grass.
Is that really a joke they
That's
did
the
in
opening
Ants?
joke. It's the New York skyline, but then they pan out and it's blades of grass. It looks like the New York skyline.
That's funny though. Yo, if they made ants these days, when the big wrecking ball came down, they'd sing that Miley Cyrus song.
They probably, man.
Okay, so 2 things about this game. Number 1, you
gay.
can't
Oh,
can't
okay.
look up. You can't move the camera up.
Really?
Yeah, moving the stick up makes it go in and out, which is a little strange.
You're about to
But
get
number
grabbed.
2,
Yeah.
this controls just as good as I remembered it.
Number
And
3, there's no ants.
I was really number 3, the antless Jak and Daxter. Everyone was excited to see ants appear in Jak and Daxter, the 2001 PlayStation 2 game.
Until they saw that there was no ants in the movie.
I still need to see this YouTube channel you guys talk about.
Guys, look up Top 15. He is the funniest YouTuber in existence right now.
Is he literally just called Top 15?
It's just called Top 15. He just does. He'll do like videos like Top 15 ghost sightings.
Wait, are you talking about the guy who does big lists, but he always like interrupts his list to be like, okay guys, just letting you know, I'm going to school this week, so I'm gonna be a little busier.
No, but this
no.
guy does say, if you want to know what I look like, follow me at Chills on Twitter. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And hit
I don't
that
understand
bell.
people who make clickbait top 15 videos and then they talk about their personal life.
This guy is great because he falls for obvious hoaxes constantly, and I love him for it. He'll be like,
Doesn't he have a top 15 Bigfoot sightings?
Yes,
and
yes.
There's a fucking person in a gorilla suit
Yes.
carrying a baby in a gorilla suit.
yeah,
and
and he always goes like, I don't know if this is real, but it could be real, it could be fake. I don't know. What do you tell me what you think in the comments? It's like there's one video where it's like top 15 close encounters or something.
we fucked with those seagulls until that mountain
The whole thing
exploded.
collapsed.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
There's a video where he fell for it's like a guy on a bicycle like going and the guy turns his camera around, there's like a CGI bear like move, like it's not even attached to the ground. It's like sliding all over the place because it wasn't like it's not motion tracked anymore, so it's just sliding around. But he's like, I don't know if this video is real or not, but if it is, it's really scary. And it's the most obvious fake I've ever seen. Anyways, this guy is the best YouTuber around.
Well,
Number 5.
Yeah, look at they animated him like sloshing around in water like a gorilla.
I like that. Can I ask something?
Yeah.
As all previous YouTubers, right?
Yes.
Do you guys actually care or watch any other YouTubers at all? Like that you actually like? Do you tune into YouTube every week to check out anything?
The only ones that I watch are like some of the educational ones are okay. Like
Yeah, most of the people that I used to watch are like gone
Gone.
now.
Yeah.
you know what's funny? I don't watch any comedian YouTubers. I don't watch comedy videos. I watch like educational stuff.
Yeah.
Like the one guy like Kurger's Zerac, whatever the fuck the guy's name is.
Yeah.
He does like the little motion graphic stuff.
Oh yeah,
He's
that
like
guy's
the bird.
good.
He's,
Yeah.
my point
Oh,
is that
History of Japan.
no,
Oh, well, that guy's
that-
good too.
That's Bill Wurtz.
But
That guy's good.
guy makes one video every 4 years.
And they're always amazing.
Yeah, they're always great. But most of the people that I actually am really excited for when they make a video are like that, where they make one.
I guess
video
the only guys I like that are like doing animation is like Mark M.
Yeah.
Like it's really I'm really not.
But even the people I really like, I forget to tune in to see them.
No, I do too. I usually go back and kind of like binge
And,
watch it
and
all at
YouTube
once.
has fucked that because even if you subscribe to people now, you can't see them a lot
Did you
of
see
the
that
time.
video? I saw somebody cut it. I don't know where they got it from, but it was a bunch of people who work at YouTube going, like three or four people around like a table, and they were doing like a live stream or video or something. And they were
Yeah.
like, yeah, you know, it kind of makes sense that you don't get all your subscriptions. It kind of makes sense. You know, you're not, not everybody you're gonna watch. It
Yeah,
just
they're
makes
like,
sense.
we created the bell because rather than showing people the channels they subscribe to, we made it so it was harder for them to see
Well,
the
they're
channels
justified.
subscribe
They
to.
say, oh, it's people that you see what you're most likely to watch. But it's like, fuck you, don't. Let
Give
me.
me
I'm an
the
adult.
option.
I'm an
Yeah.
adult. Let me decide. I subscribed for a reason.
Every time that CEO gets involved, she always makes a huge asshole out of herself.
such
Oh,
a
Susan Walkie-Talkie.
Yeah. Fucking-
I liked your description of it, Zach, where you're like, this is someone's mom. Someone's mom
Someone's mom
owns
runs YouTube. Yeah, someone's mom runs YouTube. You look at this lady, she's like, what? Number 5 reasons why I have a YouTube channel. I love the youth. I love vlogging. It's like, oh my god.
There's not a single chance in hell she watches a single video.
And it's
on
not because
YouTube.
she's a woman, it's because she's a fucking out-of-touch old person who has no business being a CEO of anything. She would be a bad substitute teacher. I don't think she's good. She just is not. She doesn't care.
She doesn't know anything about the website.
No.
She got The Rock to like. She's like, get The Rock to tell me what I should do for my YouTube, and he's just
Yeah, I
like,
love
hey
it.
Susan, I don't know,
It's
just
literally a phone video that
Yeah.
he's just ambushed on set.
yeah, he's on
with.
set. He's like, hey, just try your best. I don't know. She's like,
Make vids, make cool vids.
and then I think that she's only ever made 2 videos.
Yeah, because she got shit on.
Yeah, because she's a fucking idiot,
A goober, they might say.
a flim flam.
Yeah.
Hey Lyle, go towards that box, but don't hit it. Don't hit it. Okay, now hit it. That's a little strategy for you.
Wow, I really felt like I learned something there.
I would explain why that helped, but just keep going. Just keep going.
What did this guy fucking tell me to do?
He looks like a real
Did
dude.
you find my muse yet?
Oh yeah, you have to find his cat or something.
He needs to fucking shut up.
Oh, yeah, I think he lost his cat on the other island.
Hey, dude.
Oh, radical!
I've got an earring and I've got purple hair.
I bet that guy was like really cool at the time. I bet he was like based off somebody that worked at Naughty Dog. And they were like, yeah, that's
And now they've immortalized him as a shitty PS2 model.
yeah. Look at this guy. Look at this fucking peanut-headed piece of shit.
I want to play as this guy.
The game is all about brushing his mustache.
Why is there not more silly? silly games?
wacky tie.
Bro, call my mustache and call me daddy.
Lyle, can I call you Daddy Lyle?
I mean, if you really want to.
I don't, but I will.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue in favor of that.
Daddy Lyle, what's going on?
Neither one of us is comfortable with this. Why are you continuing?
Daddy.
You're right. I can't commit. Did you know that 48% of women love to call dads daddy?
And they call their actual dad son.
No, they call their actual dads fatherino.
Hello, father.
Hello, father.
Hello, father. Have you met my daddy yet?
is
I mean,
some
that's a funny
steamy
scenario. That's
foreplay.
just a fucking historical scenario.
Did you know that in order to animate his face, they had to cut his face into 40 billion pieces?
Did you know that has,
Scatter them across
that
the
literally
continent
has 7
to
billion
be
polygons
collected
on
by
it.
a brave hero.
By a supercomputer bigger than Africa.
They literally had to get a computer the size of the fucking moon to compute his face.
Zach, what would you do if it turns out that a whole country was just a huge computer?
What do they? What's the computer being used for?
Nuclear planning.
To plan a nuclear bomb?
Yeah.
Which country is in charge of the computer?
Zimbabwe.
I'd fucking let them do it.
Is Zimbabwe even a country?
Yeah.
Zimbabwe.
Is it not just like a little place?
Why do you put us through the gauntlet of a geography test every time we do Oneyplays, Chris?
Because I don't know anything about it. I don't care about geography that much. All I want to know is...
To be fair, the planet we live on is pretty shit.
You don't
cares
know.
about
you don't
what's
know
where?
where Lithuania is, the most important country on Earth.
the only countries I really want to visit...
Get in the fucking thing.
I don't want to learn the languages. It's too much effort. I hate learning languages.
Yeah, your grasp of this one's pretty shit.
It's true. I don't read enough, Lyle. The only thing I read is strategy guides for Pokemon Blue.
What fact what's the biggest fact you ever learned from Pokemon Blue?
That if you clone Missingo 60 times,
Well-
you will create a Ditto which you can turn into a fleshlight to fuck with.
If there was a fleshlight, if there was like if there was a fleshlight of Pikachu.
That's fucked.
No, but it felt amazing. It was like it was the best fleshlight you ever. It felt better than a real pussy. Would you use it?
If I turn the lights off, maybe.
Better than a real vagina, but it made little sounds.
If I put in earplugs, maybe.
But the sounds were so loud that it hurt your ears.
It's literally like, ah!
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, I
And
wouldn't
also,
do that.
also, its little hands grabbed your hands as you were fucking it.
What would you do if you started fucking it, and then the military showed up to your door and they were like, "We want to repossess this technology because it's the
president comes
loudest
to your
sound."
house to possess it. He says, "This is illegal technology." The FBI.
Yeah, it was a leak.
Okay, Lyle, have you ever, you know the way there's subwoofers, right?
Yeah.
And there's a big hole in the back?
Oh
Yeah.
no.
If you put your dick in that hole
Oh,
and set it
no.
to a specific frequency, it will give you the best orgasm.
Have you done this before?
No.
Have you thought about it?
I just thought about it, and I know it to be true now that I've thought about it. Cause sound comes out in waves, right?
Into your dick hole, though.
Yeah, but if you turn the frequency to a certain point, it will make bigger waves, and it will jerk you off perfectly, right?
Did somebody try this and record it?
What
No,
is the
It'll literally rupture their dick. It'll collapse your dick probably. Don't do that.
what is the exact hertz?
Something stupid. What number represents a dick best?
69.
Don't.
69 is not a dick. It's a position.
That's a dick and a vagina. I guess it could be two dicks.
Oh,
420, 69.
if you set it to 3 equals D, it'll give you the best. This guy sucks.
Yeah. He has fucking his ears go through his hat.
I hate that his lip is his chin.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
what?
just his bottom lip just connects to his fucking neck.
I want to cut his head off. Is he racist, Lyle?
Zach?
No.
I mean, I don't know.
No,
maybe.
that guy outside. He's wearing a big Chinaman hat.
Did you guys ever see
Yeah.
that video? It just came out where it says it's called "Try It Before You Buy It." And it's this guy at like a sex shop with his girlfriend, and they're walking around. This guy looks like a fucking dope, and he walks up to one of those like flashlights with the big realistic asses.
Yeah.
It's on display, like you can touch it, and he's poking it, and his girlfriend walks away. And
Oh, I've
he's-
seen that. He
he's-
fucks it.
He starts sticking his finger in it.
Yeah.
And then he looks away, and his girlfriend walks away, and he like sticks his, or he pulls his cock and starts fucking it.
Yeah.
He starts like grabbing it and fucking it.
How big does that store have to be for him to feel comfortable doing that?
Dude, it doesn't matter how big the guy's a fucking gross pig, fucking weirdo.
He looks normal though. He doesn't look like a creepy old
No,
guy. He
he-
looks like a normal young
He's
guy.
like 24. Yeah, his bottom lip's hanging down now. This guy's an idiot.
His
though.
bottom lip's hanging down.
This guy's gonna break some.
I'm a smiley mosquito.
I don't think he sounds like that.
He does.
I don't think that's.
For 4 times
Listen to it.
I have watched and waited.
No, you're making. This is a smear campaign on this guy.
If this guy can get a voice acting gig, why can't I? Why can't I?
I can't blah, 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 blah.
Does he have a long like fly mouth? Is that what that
That's
design
what it
is?
looks like.
Yeah. He looks so happy.
Oh, is he a mosquito himself?
Yeah.
Hey, Lyle.
120 precursor. Oh,
No, fucking
That should-
rip-off artist. What are you
that-
talking about?
That voice should not be allowed in anything. That is a.
That's not even a like. Hello. It's more of a.
hello.
It sounds like a. Yeah, it's that should not
Sounds
be allowed.
like a high pitched guy doing a low voice.
Yeah, I know.
Like me. Hey, Lyle, do that again, but
Lyle-
do it more like. Sorry.
Would you cry if you saw Lyle barf a fucking like a straw-sized piece of puke on the
I
ground?
want to see Lyle get like gutted, and then,
I
like,
want to see. I want to see 75 little 1-inch tall men gut Lyle and pin him down.
Like Evil Dead?
no,
Yeah.
like Gulliver's Travels.
Gulliver's Travels.
Lyle, if you were in Gulliver's Travels, that would make for a good movie.
What
You
the
just-
fuck is Gulliver's
It's
Travels?
where that big.
Whoa, whoa,
It's
whoa.
where the guy gets pinned down by a bunch of.
Didn't
little
you see Jack Black?
Yeah, and he goes, "What the hell? Being pinned down by little man,
Yeah, dude, Jack Black reacting to little men pinning him down.
little man." No, fucking Lyle. This is about what the fuck?
That is a snake.
That was scary. No, Lyle. This
I
is-
haven't seen this movie. I can't play along with this joke.
Okay. So imagine you wake up on a beach, right? Your plane crashed, right? Right?
Okay.
You're on a beach, you're on an island. You walk in.
Am I bleeding? Like sexy bleeding?
No. You're completely fine.
Okay.
Your wife is dead, but whatever. So you're walking through the through the island, and then suddenly you trip on a rock and you fall down, and then now 100 1-inch men run out with ropes and they tie you. Yeah. They tie you to the ground, Lyle. You're like, what?
And
the
they're
fuck?
laughing. They're laughing at you.
There's a bunch of like little dudes like pinning me down with ropes. What the hell? And then they're all like, "We're gonna cut off
They're
your
all
foreskin."
they're all quoting Sanity season 2.
Yeah, they're quoting Sanity. Like, stop quoting Sanity.
Is that your impression of Lyle?
It's actually pretty solid.
No,
I had a dude that was running around
What?
fucking catfishing people
Oh,
with me
yeah.
with
I
like a
remember that.
shitty microphone, and he sounded about like your impression of me.
you gotta like do like this thing.
Yeah, it was very like he did a voice kind of like this, and he had like a shitty mic, and he like.
Wasn't this like a 2-year-long con?
Yeah, this guy did it for a while. He had, as far as I know.
Give the Cliff Notes version of the story.
Okay, the fast version of the story is my girlfriend got a fucking message from this girl that was like a disgruntled ex-girlfriend of this dude, and was like, "Hey, somebody has been running around pretending to be your boyfriend for the last like 2 years." And yeah, basically this dude just had, as far as we went into it, we basically tried to track down as many people as we possibly could. I don't know why I climbed this again. We tried to track down as many people as we possibly could who had interacted with this guy to kind of get like a scope of what he had done, because obviously you hear from somebody that you thought they were dating this person that there's somebody catfishing as you. It's like, oh fuck, like what if this guy is like talking to girls and like getting nudes out of people and shit like that. So obviously we had to kind of,
Those are your nudes.
Yeah.
Those belong to you.
yeah, I have a right to them. But no,
Yeah.
obviously you're fucking paranoid because you're like, shit, what is this person fucking doing? So yeah, it seems like he was only kind of catfishing as me to like a small group of people. Like, yeah, he seemed to only have one friend group that he was kind of when you're like a content boy or you have fans, there's kind of an unbalanced power dynamic. So if anybody ever questioned him, he'd just kind of kick them out of the group. So yeah, basically this fucking dude he had a shit microphone. He was like catfishing as me for like 2 years. And
It's kind of stupid they believed him as well, though.
yeah, well, like I said, they actually, there was
Didn't
running
they-
jokes about how he wasn't me and shit like that, and I think most of them kind of knew it.
Did he resemble you a little bit?
No, not even a bit. We got, I don't know how much I want to admit to, but let's just say we creeped this guy pretty hard, and we managed to, not publicly obviously, but we managed to pretty thoroughly dox him. We found pictures of him. We found his family. Because obviously, not to like get him or
play
anything.
scary music behind this part.
Yeah, we fucking.
We got his
we
family.
needed to really know
we
what
got
this
his little brother.
We needed to know what this fucking dude was up to, and the craziest part, and this is the one person I will shit talk, is his fucking current girlfriend, or I don't know if it's current anymore, but the person he was dating, such an incredibly dumb bitch, but she was like super shitty to my girlfriend, which is why I don't feel bad just being like, yeah, she is this fucking stupid idiot. But he has her believing, or had her, I don't know if she still believes this. If she still believes this, she's a fucking idiot. And if she still believes this, she thinks he is saying that she's a fucking idiot right now. But her belief was that the person Lyle, was just a face actor, and anytime I appear on camera, I'm somebody that, yeah, like I sit on a couch and he talks over it and ADRs it or something like that.
What's your real voice then? What's this person's?
Oh,
What's this actor?
I have no idea.
Dude,
I also have no idea why she would.
Lyle, the douchebag.
I have no idea why she would think that after this whole dispute happened that I would still be fucking working with this dude at the same time trying to go through his old friend group and discredit him. I don't know.
This guy?
I think he was like 19. He seemed like he was kind of fresh out of high school or
Out of
something.
Babies R
But
Us?
the funniest shit is he was like, when he got caught on it, he was like, oh, I have a split personality disorder, and I was doing a drama class, and they said that I had to impersonate someone for a month. and I grew a split personality disorder from that, and I truly believe the second personality is Lyle. It's like, fuck off,
That's
dude.
not how that works.
You know, like, I would maybe be also a little more sympathetic to this guy if he would have fucking ever talked to me and, like,
he would've at least
apologized.
shared the fucking
But we
nudes.
tried, and the guy was too much of a fucking coward to ever address me. Also, he's still running around with his Steam name as something that he could believably catfish as me. I have no idea if he's still fucking doing it, but, you know, just that's fucking floating around. That's probably the weirdest thing that anybody's ever done is that, or at least that I've encountered. That's a pretty fucking
Whatever you say,
insane one.
fake face actor Lyle.
Yeah, it's just me. Well, no, I would be him.
Oh, you're
Technically,
right.
I would be him right now.
You're right.
Because you know what I really look like, Zach.
The true being, the true essence.
Yeah. This would be voice Lyle.
Good golly, I hate to say it. I hate to go that far, but good golly gosh. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no. I get a good story out of it. So, you know, if there's any kind of, you know,
I'm gonna catfish you, Lyle.
you could. You do about as good of an impersonation as that guy did. All you gotta do is get like a shitty Logitech headset mic, so it's pretty hard to distinguish the small details, and you just go, "Hey, my name is Lyle."
I'm gonna use my money and just look like you too.
Lyle, I'm literally gonna
reconstruction.
torment you and ruin your life with my vast resources.
Oh, he made fun of you. You died.
Yeah, I told you.
He's an asshole.
He's a butt.
Why do you want to save him?
Yeah, exactly, right?
I don't want to save him. I want to kill him.
So what does this game end with? Like, oh, it's okay that I'm a rodent.
Yeah.
Is that really the?
He
end
never
of it?
gets turned back, does he?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if this is a spoiler because I genuinely don't remember it. But I think that there's they get some sort of thing together to turn him back, and then they have to use it to stop the bad guy instead. I think that's what happens, but that might not even be a spoiler. That might be me just kind of filling in what I would assume it was.
There was a PSP game where you get to play as Daxter.
The Daxter PSP game.
It was the most.
Was it called Daxter?
It was called Daxt is Back.
I think
It was just called Daxter. Don't listen to Chris.
was
He's
called-
trying to lead you astray. He's trying to lead you like a
To hell?
yeah, this fucking snake oil salesman.
I don't fuck with people like that. Okay. Go up there. Power that. Jump up there.
You just gonna
Get those.
slave drive me this whole Let's Play. Also, this is weird. This is like muscle memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm making these jumps and shit better than maybe I should be. Because
don't know.
I played the shit out of these games as a kid.
When I got Jak 2, I had Jak 1 and I really liked it, but when I had Jak 2, I thought it was really boring and I didn't play it.
I played the fuck out of 2 and 3.
I played
2 was also, you could fucking rampage in that game pretty well.
Really?
Yeah, you could fucking, because you got cheat codes. That was a game where you unlocked cheat codes. And you could get unlimited ammo, you could get unlimited Dark Jack, and just fucking like power bomb civilians.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I remember
awesome.
back in the day, Destroy All Humans was so fun.
Oh,
used
dude,
to love
Destroy
that
All
game.
Humans is great.
Yeah.
I think Destroy All Humans kind of ruined Half-Life for me because you can just do so much fun shit with his telekinesis.
Yeah.
And then in Half-Life, all you can do is like pick up bricks and garbage cans.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is stupid. Why can't I throw
You
the
would think I mean,
pickle?
that franchise seemed pretty successful. What happened to it?
Destroy All Humans?
Every game after one wasn't that great.
Well, wasn't that, I want to say that was one of those companies that EA bought and ran into the ground. I want to say that was like Pandemic or some shit like that. I think their
Sucks.
last game was The Saboteur. Or I could be entirely wrong.
Picking up fucking like Max in that game with the mind was fucking great.
Yeah, that game was a lot of fun.
And he sounded like Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, it did.
That was the best thing about the game.
Do your best, Jack. Everybody do best Jack Nicholson at the same time.
Here's Jimmy.
I'm gonna dang old get you.
Do your best, Michael J. Fox. Oh, now I.
You got it?
Now I see.
Did you hear her scream there?
Yeah. Ah, God!
Sorry. We're wearing
right in my
headphones.
ear.
We're wearing headphones to record now. So you won't hear the TV in the background no more.
I know you're all disappointed that you no longer get to hear the television slightly a little bit in the background.
People are gonna freak out.
People
gonna
are
be
gonna
like,
fucking
Oneyplays
freak.
Well, now they can fuck off.
We just need this big plant with his big goofy eyes and potted plant hands, and then he nips at you.
Oh my god. Did you know that the more subscribers I get, the cooler I am to people?
I get paid $30 for every 1 subscriber I get.
For every 1,000,000 subscriber, I get 50
For
cents.
every 1 million subscriber,
Are you fighting
I
a fucking
get
plant?
$1 billion.
Yeah, and he's really, I've really had it up to here with it.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm gonna beat him
snap.
though, because I only got 1 health left. But
That's fair.
we'll see. These things kind of give you a little bit of a hard time.
Ah! Oh god! Are you dead? You're dead.
Swallow you.
All right, well that's the end of that.
Gamers, please open your Rockstar energy drinks and let's fucking game.
Open your gaming juice.
Open your gaming juice and take a swig, gamers.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones loves games.
The new caveman gaming supplement
I fucking.
for alpha gamers. You don't want these reptilians getting in your mind, teaching your children to be gay.
Do people really hate Alex Jones?
Did you ever see a before and after picture of the supplement where he just gets red?
Yeah.
He's like, it's like him like that, and he takes it says after, it's like him in the exact same pose, he just looks red. That's the only difference. It's like the funniest picture.
Yo, is this supposed to be like some kind of like sci-fi
Yo,
environment?
what is this? Like a fucking cavern or something? I mean, what the hell is
Is this
happening
some
here?
kind of sci-fi game environment?
Jak and Daxter 2. It's good, but is it? Is this the second one or the first
This
one?
is the first one.
Jak and Daxter 1. Is it good or is it? That's my game review channel.
Let's see if this classic stands the test of time. Wow.
You fucking idiot!
That is literally the most embarrassing shit I've ever fucking seen.
That's mean. I will always say that outright just pointless meanness can be very funny.
Well, it's when it's like, it borders on like something a little child would say.
When it's to you, someone that you obviously like,
Yeah,
is when
yeah.
it's acceptable.
Yeah.
But do you guys want to hear something funny that happened to me when I was a little 12-year-old?
What happened?
I went to America with my mom and dad and sister, and we went to my dad's friend's daughter's friend's barn party when there was like 100 people at this barn out in Iowa somewhere. And they were like, hey, you want to play basketball with us? And I was like, okay. And I got the basketball and I threw it really hard. It smashed a girl in the face. And she went,
Where did you hit her? Like the eyes or the mouth?
in the nose.
Oh my
And I was
God.
like, I'm so sorry. And she was like, what's the problem? And then I got excluded. I got banished from the cool guys, right? And I had to go sit with these guys. So it was like two or three kids. One of them was wearing a necklace made of Lego. And,
How old was he?
like 12. But he was wearing a necklace made of Lego and he didn't talk. And then there was another guy sitting with his mom. And his mom was obviously looking after him because he was really retarded. But he was like, his mom was like, hello, Chris. Welcome to the fun desk. And I was like, hello. And then she was like, this is my son. He's very nice. And
This
he
is
was
like a weird episode of Rugrats or something. Like Tommy fucking throws a basketball at someone's face and has to sit with the weird kids.
No, exactly. And it was creepy because she was like, this is my son. He's very nice. And she's like, say hello. And he was like, he was staring into fire, like a bonfire. And he was going, fire! And she was like, yes, fire is very warm, isn't it? And he was just like, burn it all! And I was just sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? And she was like, say hello to
He's
Kristen.
Beavis. He's fucking Beavis, dude.
That's the thing. It's like, it sounds like a cartoon, but this was a real,
No,
a
I
real
believe
kid.
it's real. He might have gotten that from the show.
Yeah, maybe. But his mom was clearly just being like, yes,
Psychotic.
yes. He's my wonderful son, and I love him very much.
Was it like a broken demeanor or like a glazed over like she was a husk being controlled by a
would you
host
describe
parasite?
would you say she had milky eyes?
She had milked over eyes, yes. She had milked over eyes and a gray demeanor.
She had a 2-inch layer of milk over her eyes.
She had milky eyes and a gray haircut.
She had gray spots on her skin.
Her spots grew and shrunk as she talked.
They were alive. They were living organisms.
You guys want to go to the fucking skeleton island?
Yeah.
We could go to the fucking skeleton island.
Oh, do you want to hear another thing that happened that night? There was a girl there that really liked me for some reason. And
because you fucking nailed her with a basketball and asserted your dominance?
No, it was some other girl. She was just some girl, right? And she was like, "Wow, Chris is pretty cool." And then she went up to my dad's friend's daughter, and she was like, "Can I come back to yours tonight?" She was like, "Of course, ha ha." And then she came back to the house, and then she woke me up at like 2 in the morning, and she was like, "Come downstairs." I was like, "Okay." And then she brought me downstairs and made me grab her boob. And then the next day, nothing else happened.
How long were you there for? Was it like the beginning of the trip or the end of the trip?
It was like near the end.
Okay.
That was the first time I touched the boob.
What's her name and her address?
I will say I looked her up.
Recently?
Yeah, and she's not looking so hot.
Oh no.
She has a baby.
Is it yours?
It's my baby.
Did you wear a
He's
glove?
20 years old
Did you
now.
wear a glove when you touched her tit?
No.
I'm telling you, it's your
that's how
child.
that's how it
I
happens.
think it might be mine. I was really pissed off though, because everyone in my family knew about it somehow. My mom and dad were making fun of me.
For touching a boob?
Yeah, they're like,
Ah, you straight! Yeah, touch the boob! Yeah.
I literally killed myself that night, but they brought me back.
They resuscitated you?
Yeah.
Oh wait, can I not go here yet?
My dad shoved marbles into my eyeballs.
He pushed the subs in your eyes.
It woke me up.
Isn't there a guy with a fucking net that you gotta like catch
I think
fish?
that's propaganda you're spreading.
The violence.
that's you're spreading hate speech, Lyle.
What are you talking about?
Hey, hate speechio. Did you guys play Agario when it came out?
What the hell is Agario?
It's this game where you're a little cell and you eat other cells.
It's basically, if you ever played that game Feeding Frenzy, it's the same shit. Oh, you have to fucking... Okay.
Ah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, thanks. Borster.
This guy literally doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
This game fucking sucks. This game...
This game gently puts his lips to my asshole and kisses very slowly.
Where are the RPG elements? Where
Why
is the
can't I
waypoints?
level up?
Where is the ambient occlusion, Lyle?
I want swords.
Yeah, I want swords. I want different kinds of clothes.
I want sword. I want clothes. I want
I want
boots.
tunics. I want iron boots.
I want Gorons.
Oh, can we just do Goron impressions for a minute?
I think if we did that in front of jocks, they'd bully us.
Probably.
Hey, are you guys doing Goron impressions?
Hey, these kids are doing gore
Hey,
impressions.
these fucking numbskulls are doing. I don't know why they say
What is this
numbskull.
fucking Death Mountain over here? These little faggots are collecting heart
They
pieces.
know exactly what it is.
They know exactly
What is
what
this,
you're doing
Ocarina
and
of
what.
Time's Death Mountain?
You bunch of fucking losers.
You're not even doing the impression of the cool ones from Twilight Princess, what had the war paint and whatnot.
Which, by
Remember-
the way, is severely overrated.
Fucking A.
I'm not gonna lie, Lyle, when you said it whatnot, when you did that weird New York accent, it reminded me of movie Bob's character.
Oh, fucking. Which one? There's
He-
so
there-
many. There's such
like-
a colorful cast
There's
of movie
one where he
Bobs.
puts on a black shirt and he says, "Hey, I'm the evil movie Bob. It's me, a New Yorker."
Oh, yeah.
It's the
You're
worst.
talking about the tap out. Fucking. Is there like a female equivalent to the tap out shirt? Is that a thing?
Tap out?
Yeah, yeah. It's like that brand of shirt that the frat boys from 2006 used to wear.
I don't know.
Wasn't that you remember that video of the guy at McDonald's who gets wrestled because he's arguing? You ever see that video? I
a lot of videos
I
like
think that guy's wearing a tap out shirt in that video. There's like a big fat guy who goes, "I want my fucking cheeseburger." He's got little short arms. He goes, "I want my fucking cheeseburger." And then some skinny guy's like eating a cheeseburger, like, "Oh, it tastes so good," and they start like fighting. It's one of my favorite videos.
He's fucking fucking with him.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, it's so tasty." He's like, "What'd you say, motherfucker?"
I love that shit.
And the skinny guy that gets on top of him and wins. He like tackles him
Wow.
down.
That's scary.
It is scary. He wraps around like a spider.
It's scary that you could be like getting a nice tasty burger at McDonald's and then the situation will
Some
just
big
start
fat
around
guy
you.
with small arms can yak and run up and try to tackle you.
The closest I've ever seen that in real life was when I was at 7-Eleven. I was waiting in line, and the guy was taking just a little tiny bit too long. He wasn't even that bad. The guy behind me was just a big fat idiot. He was like, "What the fuck is the holdup? What are we waiting for here?"
What did the guy in front of you, what was he buying?
I don't know.
Deal
Like,
this.
we were all just buying like monsters and shit. Like, it wasn't taking that long. And like, the guy behind the counter was taking probably 4% too long. And that guy was like, "What the heck is going on?"
I love big, fat, impatient people. It's my favorite thing.
I hate it when you're on the road. You're on the road, you guys.
Yeah?
And a fucking bitch just overtakes you, and it's always a bitch.
It's always a big, fat, ugly bitch.
So I remember the time we were in Philly, and you were in the car driving, and this lady started beeping the horn the actual second the light turned green, and you just parked in front of her. She was going, "Ah!"
I hate when people are impatient or when they fucking act like they drive like crazy and they cut through
I
the
hate
highway.
that everyone acts like they're the most important time on the road. Like, I need to be somewhere. It's
Nope.
like, yeah, everyone does.
That's what everyone's driving. Everyone's driving somewhere. You stupid, selfish fucking.
I hate it. I hate it.
There's this like uniquely obnoxious thing that people do. Maybe it's not uniquely obnoxious in California, but there's this thing that people do in California where if they see you signaling, they'll
Yeah.
like speed up like, "No. Traffic is a race that I have to win. You can't be ahead of me. You can't."
That's where I can't wait for driverless cars. There's not going to be traffic when there's driverless cars. If everyone has one.
And passengerless
'Cause all
cars.
traffic really
I
is
just want
just like-
cars and no people.
Yeah, no people. Just people. Everyone stays at home.
Yeah. And
Yo.
the cars just do everything.
Have you noticed that they're covering up the in-between frame with a black frame now?
Oh yeah, they're not doing the weird blurs anymore. You're right. It's just
Weird.
cutting.
They just started doing that halfway through the game.
This is not halfway through the game.
I know,
but yes,
I know,
want.
Lyle.
I want to.
You know what
listen.
I fucking meant, Lyle.
fight! Gamers fight!
That's me and Lyle fighting.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm cut out for driving in LA.
It'll,
Because,
it'll give you heart palpitations.
no, like honestly, like, there's so much shit going on, like, on, like, a highway or whatever. I think I'd only be able to drive in, like, a fucking long-ass, dusty road. That's the only place I'd feel good driving.
LA's a bad place to learn how to drive for sure. I would not want to learn how
Honestly,
to drive.
it's probably the best place to learn, because if you can do LA, you could probably do anywhere
I guess
else.
you're right. I just mean, I guess if you know how to operate a car, basically, you should be able to drive here. Do you remember when we came here years ago, Chris? We had that Uber driver.
Yeah.
Who was like, "Oh, it's my first time driving."
Yeah.
Like he had just got his license. He was like slamming the brakes and shit.
Was it an Uber guy?
No, well,
It was
no,
a
no,
taxi guy.
It wasn't Uber. No, it was like one of the assistants of the company we came here for.
Oh.
Remember?
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. He was like, "I just started driving."
Dude, LA taxi drivers are fucking nuts. Because they just have lost all the will to live.
They're also scumbags. Well, not all of them, obviously, but
Well, that was that one time.
yeah, one time we were like, we need to get to the airport, and we ordered this taxi bus thing because there was no Uber around back then, and he showed up, and then he literally took I think 20 rights in a row, and we were just like, wait. Oh no, I think me and Zach looked at each other at the exact same time. We're
Yeah.
like, are you noticing this? It's like, yeah, let's see if he does it again. And he took another right, and he took another right. We're like, could you drive us to where we want to go, please? And he's like, oh yeah, sorry.
No, he's like, he said like this GPS or something, or
Yeah, it's like, no
he was-
one's this stupid.
Yeah,
You're-
he went. Oh, sorry, I had to, but
That's why I love Uber. Uber fucking destroys taxis in every
I'm
aspect.
so glad, dude. Uber, I'm glad taxis are going out of business.
Yeah, no.
I even like okay, dude. The last time I took a taxi, I told the guy the address. He put it in, and he said, "Put it into my phone."
Yeah.
And then he asked me to put it into my phone. It's like, dude, you really need 3 GPSs? Are you that
Yeah.
fucking brain dead?
No, like
He's trying to triangulate the best route of all three.
Uber destroys the convenience of taxis in like 3 different ways, and it should have completely blown it out of the water.
I don't think I've ever had a bad Uber experience.
I've had a few.
Maybe one, but like it's.
I've had way less than taxis though.
I've never had a single good taxi experience. And I've had maybe like 1 or 2 bad Uber
Well, you don't like pay
experiences.
$80 for a fucking 15-minute car ride?
Yeah, where a guy like just tries to kill you.
There's another. One time I was in Philly, and we were all getting an Uber, and the guy showed up, and he's like, "Get in." We were like, "Okay," and we got in.
Oh, that was a bad one.
And he was
yeah.
like, "Man, there's a lot of police around here, man. We're just like, what? And then he dropped us off at Walmart, I think. And
Yeah,
we
it was
went
Walmart,
in,
yeah.
And we went in, and then I looked at my phone. He hasn't stopped the ride. And I was like, I tried calling him something like 4 times, like, can you stop the ride? And he wouldn't pick up, and he wasn't responding to my messages. And so he was just letting this ride just, like, continue, so he was getting, like, $30. But the cool thing about Uber and Lyft is they actually listen to you, and they give you full refunds or whatever.
Yeah, there's also a button on your phone that you can press it, and it blows up your driver's head.
That'd be
at any
fucking...
point in the ride.
That'd be worth it.
It's a little microscopic dot into his brainstem. You know what's great too about if you leave your phone in a taxi, you're fucked. You're never getting it back.
Yeah.
But our friend Sandra, she left her phone inside of an Uber one time.
Yeah.
And the guy gave us his house address. He was like, "Oh yeah, come by anytime."
So this is a fucking rock Madon. That's
So-
the name of this contraption.
You found a new island called
Yeah.
Skeletal Island,
Lyle,
right?
if a scientist discovered a place called Lyletopia, what would you hope is on this island?
Me.
Just you.
A
Lyleopolis.
bunch of me's, and I would have
bunch of
sex with all of them.
A bunch of little Stonehenges of you.
Yeah, Stonehenge. You mean Easter Island?
Yeah, Easter Island heads.
Easter
That's
Island
Stonehenge.
heads of me.
I'm fucking. I have Down syndrome.
I fucking love Easter Island, man. I don't know why. I don't know why they made that guy's head so many times, but I like it.
Yo, Zach.
Yeah.
Who's a person you find to be unredeemable?
Like that's like from recent times.
Like from any time, like someone that you really don't
I'm not
like.
gonna say Adolf Hitler. He's too easy. I want to
He
be
is too
creative.
easy. Someone that you can never, ever, ever actually like. Someone who you just fucking cannot stand.
I don't want to say Rob Schneider, but he's pretty fucking weird.
Okay, Zach.
Let's just say Rob Schneider.
That's
let's
perfect.
Let's say Rob Schneider.
So let's say you're out on your sailboat, sailing the 7 seas, and you
Yeah.
crash into an island.
Yeah.
Your sailboat gets eaten by an octopus and is gone forever. You are completely cut off from the rest of the world forever. You're surrounded in a mist that when people sail into it, they dissolve.
Okay,
So-
let's say Harvey Weinstein, by the way, instead. He's a recent one.
Okay. So now you're trapped on this island. You know you're never going to get off, and no one's ever going to find you, and you're all alone. But you find a pygmy tribe of mini Weinsteins. Would you fucking...
Pygmies fucking suck. I
would you-
hate pygmies.
If you found pygmy versions of Harvey Weinstein and Rob Schneider, what would you do?
I'd fucking eat them all.
Would you actually... What would you do with them?
I'd kill them. I can't talk to them.
Wait, what would you do if you started?
Have sex with me. Just come back to my room.
No, pygmies can't even do...
No, pygmies can't even talk.
Well, then why does it matter that they're Harvey Weinstein?
Because they look and they evolved from Harvey Weinstein.
Chris, are you saying real pygmies or are you saying this version of Harvey Weinstein?
This version.
So, anyways,
I got the cat.
Zach, so
if
what
I-
would you do if you had...
a bunch of little pygmy Harvey Weinsteins,
and Rob Schneiders.
and they couldn't
The
talk.
men are Weinsteins and the women are Schneiders.
That's
It's just a bunch of pygmy Weinsteins
rancid.
trying to coerce the Rob Schneiders to go back to their thatch roof huts.
Would you try to rule over them like a tyrant?
I would, yeah, I would. I'd make them like build statues of me and stuff.
Would you make the pygmies and the Snyders start a war with one another?
I would do like a false flag. I'd like burn down one of their little buildings and blame it on the other one. And so I'd go to war.
Okay, Zach. Here's a new part to the story.
Yeah.
Your hands have been. One day you're washing your hands in a pool of water, right?
Yes.
And you're like, oh, this is truly paradise. Plenty of water. The sun is great, but the water is actually just bee acid that
Bee
all
acid.
collected on the cliff, so your hands fall off, right?
And one of these little creatures did this to me. They poisoned me.
No. It's just a bunch of wasps died on a hole, and you washed your hands where they died, so
By
all of their
accident.
acid is there.
Okay.
Right? So you got no hands no more. And then now you're starting to get really horny. You've not jerked off in 4 months.
Yeah.
Would you fuck a Schneider pygmy?
How small are they? Can I overpower them easily, or will they like?
They're 2 feet.
Will they like fight back? Will they like tie me out with ropes and stuff if I hurt one of their people?
They'll try to fight back, but they're mostly pacifists, and they
Okay,
use.
let's make a compromise. Instead of having no hands, do I just have one little finger through each stub?
No, you got no hands.
I have nothing.
You got nothing. Your hands are gone.
Do I have little hooks that I made them build for me?
Well, you got to convince them first by fucking them.
Okay, I fuck one of the Weinsteins because he loves it.
No, they're men. They're Schneiders.
Yeah,
are
I
the
know,
women.
but I assert my dominance over the little Weinstein men,
Okay.
so the women know who to respect.
Okay.
And then I have them build me little hook hands,
Okay, that's fair.
and then I massacre half of them to show them I can do.
You
Like,
fucking just slice their intestines at.
I go around like I
That's
cut them
pretty
into,
cool.
and that way I show them that I could kill all of them if I wanted to, but I choose not to.
Okay, and now it turns out there's a drone hovering over you, looking down.
Stewie spinning around me.
And the entirety of the human populace has seen
Watch
this
it.
video.
It was a test, Zach.
I was on TV.
You were on TV. You were on the reality show Weinstein Schneider Island.
Did I was season 12?
Yeah, Pygmy Edition.
And you were like, this show apparently has existed in this universe for so long. How did I not see?
Chris, what would you do?
It's because only the Illuminati get to watch it.
What would you do if you walked outside and you saw like a dead possum? You're like, oh, that's weird. And you looked closer, you saw flies buzzing there, you looked closer, and they were small, microscopic witches, laughing, green witches, laughing and pointing at the dead body. When you saw them, they started screaming and flew away.
That would ruin my life.
Would you tell
That
anybody?
No. Why would you tell somebody that?
Yeah, okay, what
There
if
are
you-
certain things you can't even tell
Okay,
people.
but like a week later, you're like, did that happen? You're sleeping, you wake up and you hear, hey. And you see a little witch, one of them like buzzing around your room laughing. And it flies out your window. You try to catch it.
Yeah.
And you
if
find
I
out
caught it-
there was a GoPro on it and it had been recording and
If you,
everyone
if
knew.
you catch it, so it's please let me go, please. If they find out my people are gonna die.
I would probably show my mom and dad it somehow. I'd be like, Mom, Dad, is this? Tell me what you see. And they're like, it's a little witch in a shot glass. I'd be like, okay, so I'm not crazy.
What if only your family could see them and that's how you found out?
Then I'd only share it with my family. I would share the witch's power with them.
You tell your parents, they break down, they start crying, and they say, we're not supposed to talk about this. This has plagued our family for generations.
If I could see the small micro witches with fucking translucent subsurface skin, that would fuck me
You
up.
can see their little brains sticking through the skin.
They're like little fetuses.
That's disgusting.
What was I gonna say? Do you want to hear a weird dream I had last night?
Is it about green witches?
No. It was kind of shocking though. I woke up in a cold sweat.
What happened?
I dreamed that I was in a fantasy video game, kind of like Elder Scrolls Oblivion, but I was in the game, and I was like, I was just walking around the lush green hills and shit, and I came across an NPC, right? He's like, look what I found, and it was just like a modern day car. He's like, with this car, we will be able to defeat anyone, right? And then we drove up to this bunch of dudes, and these two guys walked towards us, and one was towering and retarded looking, and he came at me with a knife, and I looked behind him, and the guy who showed me the car's arms and legs were being hacked off with machetes.
Oh my god.
And I got really, really scared, and I ran away, and I found this little town, and then there was this like house, and there was all these policemen aiming up at the house. They're like, come out! And then this big old man head just came out of the house, like on like a brontosaurus neck, and looked around. It was like, whoa.
That is fucking creepy.
And he just went back into the house. And then I woke up and it was really scary.
Wait, so the guy in the house
Was it one of
stuck
those
his little
dreams
knuckle-
where it's like by the point the old man Brontosaurus head came in, were you just not in a video game anymore?
Yeah, no, yeah, it
Like,
had nothing to do with a video game anymore.
He was the final boss.
That old brontosaurus man, he just looked around and went, whoa, and he sucked his head back into the house. I don't know why the police were aiming at him.
His
I
neck,
mean,
his neck was too long. It
He's a
fucking
fucking
broke the law.
anomaly. That's why.
Why would they want to hurt him? He lived in a nice little British house. He did
Oh, was he
nothing.
friendly?
Yeah, he didn't do anything. He was just a long neck man.
It sounded like he was like scouting for prey.
Oh, that's
Like-
possible.
He's a long neck scout.
Like a scout ant.
He's like a scout ant.
Yeah. Back to this. Okay, no, we never resolved this. Is there such things as scout ants? Yes or no?
No.
What do you mean no?
It sounds pretty fucking fake. Zach just walked out of the room in a huff because he's tired of this conversation.
Scout ants. Someone once told me that they send out one ant to look around to see if there's food, and if they find it, that ant goes back and tells the other ants, and then that big long line of ants come. Is that true?
That might be true.
So there is fucking scout ants!
I was just being confrontational.
Well, fuck you! You made me feel like an idiot! You made me feel like I was a fucking moron thinking that. Ants are fucking really smart. This is some Crash Bandicoot bullshit if I've ever seen it.
This game is made by Not Hold a Dog.
Yeah, but they've already done this shtick. They should get some new ideas, like a white male swinging around on a rope.
That would be a pretty outlandish one. I don't know why nobody's ever thought of it.
I'm kidding. But, obviously I'm not the most social justice-y guy in the world, but I will say there was a point where I was getting kind of sick of hearing that voice actor voicing every fucking game character.
Nolan North?
Yeah. Because he never changes his voice to sound different. It's
I mean,
always,
mostly people casted him because of that, though.
I know.
Like,
It's not obviously if I was him, I would do the same. But I was just getting sick of hearing it.
he was a good voice. I mean, he still is.
He's an excellent voice actor, but it gets old when all you hear is him in every fucking game.
And he always, he was almost always like the same type of character too.
I could carry 10 Claires out of here wearing that thing. I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
He's like, I'm an everyman who now has to be a shoot boy.
To me, he was always just man
guy, and dude, boy.
Obviously, he's a talented motherfucker. Doesn't he do the motion capture as well?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, that's got to take some skill.
Yeah, it does. Like, video game acting is pretty much just acting now.
Yeah. I would love a cheap motion capture suit so I can make fun videos.
You should get one.
Maybe I will, Lyle. Then you'll see.
Will you wear it always?
I'll wear it always.
I'll wear it in my Jimmy Jams.
What are these things again? Eggs?
Yeah, they're precursor eggs. Everyone loves them.
I was reading comments on our Oneyplays YouTube videos, and I saw someone said that the precursors were pretty much just gotten rid of in the third game as a joke.
Yeah, have you not played it?
Nope.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a reveal with them.
It turns out it was all bullshit.
Kind of, yeah.
That's really lame.
It is and it isn't. It's kind of like a Wizard of Oz type thing.
I feel ya.
But I kind of liked it because those games get like stupid dark at points.
Yeah, and then that's just a little bit of humor in it.
Yeah,
all.
it's a little bit of like levity to kind of bring it all home.
Bring it all.
Wait, what? What?
He went, oh!
Well, no, I saw that, but why? I fell into water.
Yeah.
Although it was murky water.
Get wrecked.
Oh boy.
Hey, here's a question.
What?
In
Spit it out.
Billy Madison, just remember something. In Billy Madison, at the start of that movie.
Billy and Mandy?
No, Billy Madison
Yeah.
with Adam Sandler.
Where he
Adam
said-
Sandler.
There's a penguin.
No, I was gonna ask about that. I just remember that part. Is the joke? Is he drunk? Is that why
He's so drunk, he's hallucinating a big penguin.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, I legitimately love that movie, but that's the only part I don't
That's
like.
really annoying. I was taking a dump a second ago from that coffee I just drank.
The shitty thing about that is that when you try to show people that movie, that's the first scene they get handed,
no, that's
and it's
the opener.
really
That's
unfunny.
the open.
It's really unfunny, but the rest of the movie
Come
is
here, Mr.
hysterical.
Penguin. No, that movie I still hold up. It has a lot of funny stuff
It's
in that.
hysterical at points.
That scene where he's at the dinner table and he's like spitting the salad out.
No, my favorite part is that speech was like, "God, may God have mercy on your soul."
Yeah. Not only was that, I used to know the whole thing. Forgot it all.
That guy fucking making faces at him at the dinner table is the funniest shit.
Also, Norm Macdonald's in that movie, which is great.
Norm Macdonald's really funny in that movie too. He looks so fucking young in it.
Hey, where's Billy? Yeah, he's like 15 years old in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There were a lot of movies that just like did not. They would use alcohol as just a stand-in for LSD or some shit like that. I remember growing up, there were a lot of kids that didn't have a drunk uncle that would smack them around, and they just had no idea what the fuck alcohol did.
Yeah.
Like, I remember there was one point where these kids were all, let's do our impersonation of a drunk guy. And they're like, wow, I'm so drunk. It's like, no,
that's really
it's
annoying.
more like fucking, you just stumble around and slur your words.
I had a friend who convinced me that you could get high off sugar, which I guess you could get hyped up, and he was like, no, you get like high, you feel like drug effects from like sugar. If you like a bunch of candy, I know.
One time I smoked
what was
marijuana.
what was like the lamest like drug stand-in thing like any kid ever fucking like? I remember there were kids at my school that like smoked literal oregano, and they were like they thought they were fucking cool.
A little kid who used to smoke paper.
Here's something that fucking pisses me off, right? One time when I was younger, I was really young. I was something like 6 or 7. I went to a party with my mom and dad, like at their friend's house. And I was like, can I have some beer? And they're like, sure, ha 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 ha. And they filled up a can with water, right? And they gave it to me. Except they gave me the wrong can. So they gave me a full can of beer. And they didn't know, right? And I drank it all. And I was like...
You were fucked up?
No, I wasn't even fucked up. But I was just like, I can't believe you guys let me drink beer. And they're like, ah ha ha. We didn't give you beer, you fucking idiot. We gave you water. And I'm like, but I drank it and I tasted beer. It was definitely beer. And to this day, they still make fucking fun of me for it. And I'm like, you fucking gave me beer.
They drank the water.
Yeah, I don't know what they did with that other fucking can, but I definitely drank a full can of beer. It was Foster's.
When I was really, really young, my dad used to like put cigarette butts out into like soda cans.
Onto your head, yeah.
Yeah, he used to just smash my head and dent it in. Used to like mold my head like clay, like wet clay. No, but he used to like take like a soda can, like dip, like tap his cigarette off the ashes in it.
Yeah.
When I was like a little like 2 or 3 year old, he used to always like just instinctively grab. So I have like I know what cigarette ash tastes like. I used to, when you're like 4, you just go for it.
Dude, is it like a memory that sticks in
Yes,
your mind?
I did probably 20 or 30 times. You don't learn.
Do you want to hear a similar story like that?
Yeah.
One time I was on an airplane with my family, and we were going to Florida. But my sister brushed her teeth and spat it into a can. And then my dad was like, is this okay to drink? And I was like, yeah. But I didn't know that she did that. And he fucking drank it. And then my sister went, Dad, I just spat into that. And he spat it all over the fucking plane. And everyone sitting next to us like, what a fucking idiot. My dad got really mad.
At you or at your sister?
At me.
Because you led him astray?
Yeah, to be fair, he had the right. He had the right of way.
He had the right.
Yes.
This is the most fucking bullshit.
I remember
Spy Kids bullshit I've ever seen in
I
my life.
remember this being like really hard as a kid.
No, this is fun. I like this kind of stuff.
Oh, really? You like these parts? I remember not liking these parts at all.
I like parts that are like, this looks fun. Look at that.
It's not as bad as I remember it.
Watch out for that.
Yeah,
This
that
is,
fucked
this
me
is
right
pod
up.
racing, you guys. Did you laugh?
I think you have to start all the way over if you die here.
Have you seen that video of the little girl and she looks over at a bunch of doves or pigeons or something? She goes,
Look at all this chicken.
Yeah, I've seen that.
that's really funny.
That girl's eyes fell out a couple weeks later. Did you see it?
She got her eyes actually pecked out by those same chickens.
Apparently a falcon like grabbed her eye and swooped up, ran off with it.
Oh, I was sitting out in my backyard the other day and I heard the stock eagle sound effect in real life. It literally went.
No, I've heard. Dude, I was at just a restaurant like a few weeks ago for St. Patrick's Day, and the girl behind me had like the
St. Patrick.
She had the St. Patrick .mp3 sound. No, she had the like default like girl sound of like laugh.
Oh really?
Like like the high pitch.
Oh, yeah.
It sounded identical.
I love it when you see shit like that in real life.
It made me feel autistic. I was like,
You were autistic that
I saw a
day.
guy fucking
My
get
eyes were
hit by a
crossed.
car one time, and he did the Wilhelm scream. Yeah, well, yep, death.
I want to play.
Yeah, give it a shot.
We play.
This is just as obnoxious as I remember.
But it's a challenge.
There's one later on that's like really hard.
I need to get used to driving this. How'd you go?
Hold X.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a little bit of stutter there. You hear that?
Yeah. The audio has been. Have you guys noticed that the audio peaks sometimes on this game?
I've heard some characters. How do I jump and shit?
R1 is the little short hop.
Oh, that's cute. Am I doing it right so far?
Yeah, it's pretty adorbs.
Oh, is that normal to drive over the lava like that?
You can. There's like a temperature gauge on the left.
Oh.
That's what you're collecting those balloons for.
They're cute. Oh, oh, oh. What's going on?
This is.
I love this kind of shit.
Do ya?
Yeah.
Okay, you can play these parts. I'm not fucking big on them.
Fuck. Oh. Fuck you.
The driving actually gets pretty good by 3.
Fuck. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Oh, God. I'm going to blow up here.
oh, get the balloon, get the balloon.
Oh shit! Nice.
Yahoo. Here you go.
Yippee!
Wait, he said it. Wait, so Lyle.
Yeah.
You're on the Misty Island. Is this correct?
No, we're on the rock fortress
Welcome-
or the rock jungle. or
Lyle,
some
is
shit.
it the Misty Island where you tell bitches they're gonna go when you get them drunk?
Hey, you're gonna go to the Misty Island. Your vision's gonna get really hazy pretty soon.
I'm confused. Are you telling me that the Misty Island is also called the Rock Fortress?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
what
called,
the hell
it's
is going
called
on?
the Cosby Island.
These are too many game facts for me. I can't comprehend this. Chris, what would you do if you met the most beautiful girl in your whole damn life, and you held her hand and you said I-L-Y, and she said, what? You said, I love you. That's what that means. You said it's gamer speak, but then 17 years go by, and you're smiling and you love her, and you're married and you have children. And another 15, 20 years go by.
She says GTFO.
She said, no, she says GTFO, and you say, what? And she says JK. And you both smile, but then she's on her deathbed.
Yeah.
And you say, I
looks
love
like
you, and you
this.
go in to kiss her, and you hear a like a click sound, and her face opens up and there's a little alien. He says, "Orion's belt."
From Men in Black.
Yeah,
Orion.
what would you do if your wife was a little alien man inside of a suit?
I'd be like, you are convincingly beautiful and wonderful, so I thank you for this.
What if he said the only way to save me and by proxy your wife is to take me out and fuck me?
I would literally just put my finger on his chest and be like, it doesn't matter what you look like, all that matters is what's in here.
And he smiles, he says, "TY." And he dies.
And he fades away.
He turns into little particles.
He just shrinks into a little raisin. And then I'd put him in an urn.
Did you guys hear Mini-Me was hospitalized yesterday?
What? For being too wee?
He went to the hospital. He literally, I'm not joking, Mini-Me, the actor, went to the hospital yesterday.
What's his name? Fucking...
Bryan
Cranston.
Bryan Cranston, Mini-Me.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
That's what Walter White said in the last episode of Breaking Bad.
Jesse.
I'm quite British.
She can fuck up. Her hair clipped through her stomach.
That's not her hair, that's her hat, I think.
Yeah, Jack, nice biceps, you fool.
He's totally flexing.
Oh.
I like Mini-Me.
Call this episode 15 E's.
I think Austin Powers' Goldmember is one of the funniest films.
I really need to watch them all again.
I love that movie.
Is the
I've
first
heard
movie?
that the first Austin Powers, they cut out a bunch of stuff for the American version.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
Why?
Austin Powers 1 is... I think 1 and 2 aren't that great. And 2 people regard as some kind of masterpiece, but it's really not that funny. It has some funny parts in
You think
it.
it's better than 1?
2 is better than 1, but 1's not even... I think 1's boring.
It's pretty tame from what I recall. It's pretty just like normal. It's like not even...
Yeah,
you know, I don't mind that.
That's
but
why I
Yeah.
said there's a lot, apparently, that was cut out of the American version of Austin Powers 1.
Man.
So, the version that you probably saw is that.
Wait, so Austin Powers 1 wasn't an American film?
I don't know if it was or wasn't, but I know that the American release of it, they cut out a bunch of stuff.
Or they added stuff for the other release. Think of it that way. Oh.
Oh, sure, I was tough.
Is this Dark Souls now?
Yeah, that's the fucking sun guy.
That's Solaire?
Yeah. But now he's sad. We have to give him the sun back.
He looks like Hercules to
That,
me.
that thing is throwing rocks.
Honey, you mean Hercules?
How do you mean Hercules? That's the name of the movie.
What would you do if you were in love with a woman and she took all of her shit, materialized it into a big rock ball like
A big
that?
levitating rock ball?
And then-
All of her
and then
feces?
yeah, she just hurled it into the yard.
I feel like you could sell rock like that.
Yeah.
Would you ever hold hands
she'd
with a
leave
lady?
you like a morning steamer that looked like that.
Lyle, would you rather have a buffalo?
Take a diarrhea.
Wait, Chris and Lyle, would you rather have beetle strength or scout ant?
How big is the beetle? If it's a regular
No,
beetle,
you're you, but you have the strength of a beetle.
If a beetle was my
you
size,
mean I would have no strength?
No,
is
no,
what
no,
you're
no.
saying.
You don't have the strength of a small beetle, but you have. If the beetle was the size of you,
Okay,
a
Right,
man,
right, right.
the beetle
Super
was a-
strength.
Okay.
Yes, basically.
Okay.
No, but it's beetle strength. They say it's beetle strength, but you don't know what that means.
So would I rather have
Yeah,
beetle strength or
or fly ant abilities.
flying ant abilities? So I could fly.
Yeah, but you look like an ant when you fly.
That would be awesome. That would be the most scary
You
thing.
get
that'd be
shot. You get shot out of the
legitimately
fucking sky
horrifying.
by jets, by little fighter
If I
jets.
saw a 6'4" ant flying through the sky,
Dude, you would never need the super strength. If anybody ever tried to fuck with you, you could just start flying as a giant ant and they'd freak the fuck out.
But I'm telling you, little jets and black helicopters would fucking shoot you up the earth.
to
I mean, that's
answer, I would
probably
rather
true.
have ant abilities because I would just fly when no one could see me at nighttime.
You're still like 6'2" though. You're still a gigantic flying ant.
Does it sound like?
Yeah, it's fucking loud.
Can you
okay.
also shriek
Dogs
and talk as an
bark at
ant?
you. No,
Dogs bark at you.
they see a giant 6'2" flying.
Can they do the Final Fantasy VII dog bark where it goes?
It sounds exactly like that, but only when you're flying ant.
I would rather be an ant. I would rather be able to fly as a big ant.
What
Then be
would you,
strong.
What would you do if the Machiavellian twist was that
Wait a second.
when you
Zach,
turned
this
into
is
the
not
ant,
fair.
When
This-
you turned into the
Why
ant,
is
you
it not
also
fair?
got the brain of an ant, and you were just reduced to be an ant forever.
Then that would suck ass. Also, Lyle, I was gonna say to Zach It's not fair that I have to look like an ant while I have beetle strength. I don't have to look like a giant beetle.
Yeah, but that's the trade-off. But because you get to fly around like a flying ant.
Well, let me look like a beetle too then.
No, you can't look like a beetle.
Look out!
Okay, fine. You have beetle feet.
Oh God,
That's scary.
That actually
I didn't know that jumped out at you.
Okay, but okay. What about this? You don't look like a beetle, but
you sound like one.
you sound like a beetle.
Like
If you want to. Yeah. So you have one black spot on your leg that looks like a beetle skin.
that's
If
stupid.
you get beetle strength.
That's stupid.
But
Oi!
it's impenetrable armor.
Okay,
So-
that's pretty cool.
So, you know, like Smog has the one missing scale. It's like the
So
opposite.
you're like
You
a
have one
reverse
You
impenetrable-
have one
Achilles?
spot on your leg. Zach, if it's over my heart, that's a lot more
No,
useful.
it's on like your thigh.
That's shit. I
but
don't
you
want
have
it.
super beetle strength though.
That's gross.
But
I don't
if
want
you-
to
if-
think about a hard, leathery black spot on my leg while I'm lifting weights.
But what? You also turn into a giant flying ant. You're all totally ant material.
I'd rather be a full ant than have one piece of beetle skin on my thigh.
Why would you
What
rather
if
be
it
a
could
full
like
ant?
stop a bullet? What if it could stop a bullet so strongly
That's what I'm
that the FBI was like, we need you and your invincible
If somebody ever tried to shoot you with a bow and arrow or a bullet
In your thigh.
in your thigh, you can lift them up and throw them.
This is dangerously close to an arrow to the knee joke, Zach.
No, no.
That's you, a fucking red rat in the swamp.
a dead red rat.
Would you rather be?
Oh, this is the shit. This lets you fucking shoot a fireball.
Like Mario. I
wanna-
love Mario.
I want to see a really funny Family Guy parody where it's this guy throwing fireballs and Mario walks in and goes, "What the hell? You can throw fireballs too?" What do you guys think?
Make it, Zach.
I would love to see Peter Griffin climb the flagpole, except he can't climb it because he's too fat.
What the hell?
And he looks at Princess Peach and goes, ah, well, you fuck me anyways?
Wait, will you fucking suck my cock?
That would be the joke.
What's the worst thing Peter would ever say that would make you turn off the show Family Guy?
I think we were talking about it one time. I could have sworn he wanted to fuck Meg in one episode.
He said he wanted to cream pie her.
It wouldn't surprise me. The places.
That's the thing. It wouldn't surprise you if he wanted to fuck Meg for
They
an
had
episode.
they had an episode where Peter and Chris get married.
Is that real?
I swear that's real, yeah.
See, that's like dangerously close to that territory.
I wouldn't be surprised if in the Family Guy movie they like rotoscoped a guy fucking a woman and made it Peter and Meg.
I would really laugh my ass off at that if it was rotoscope.
That would be sweet.
Rotoscope Peter Griffin would be hilarious.
I saw an out of context Twitter clip. So I don't know what the full context was, but it was like Stewie is like,
Yes, Brian, I've become pregnant with our child.
Yeah, I've seen that
episode, yeah.
Yeah.
Stewie
is it exactly as bad as it
Yeah,
sounds?
Stewie gets mad that Brian's ignoring him and he like steals part of his DNA and impregnates himself.
That's like DeviantArt level.
That is
stupid
Deviant. That's a
shit.
DeviantArt like script they stole.
Yeah.
And then they have like there's like a bunch of little characters they drew. Not in the show, but like the show designed a bunch of little weird hybrid characters of Brian and Stewie.
You killed Jeek. Thank you,
Damn,
Daxter.
dude.
That's really
You
funny. Your
fucking
friend's dead.
Your
Dick ass.
friend's fucking heart stopped.
Why are they making Daxter this like monster that laughs at his dead friend?
Serves you right.
I'm glad.
God?
Yeah, it's really funny that you're stuck as a rat now. You fucking idiot.
He's just like,
As long as it makes you miserable.
Yeah. He's a piece of shit.
he's just happy as long as everybody hates themselves or is dead.
Did you guys ever see that creepypasta where he takes him and he steps on his neck really realistically? It looks like somebody's wearing a motion tracking suit. He starts stopping.
Where Jack is going into hypothermic arrest.
He's going. Did you guys
where
know
Jack has type 2 diabetes and he needs insulin.
Did you guys
and
know
Daxter, rather than giving him his insulin, crawls down his throat and suffocates him, and they both die.
Are you implying there's vor? This crawls in his mouth.
No, they both just fucking suffocate.
You know, there's a death they had to cut from this game. It's still in the game code, where, yeah, if he doesn't get his insulin, he lays on the ground and his eyes are on the back of his head, and he starts death rattling. He starts snoring.
I heard that the death rattle is the exact same frequency as the first note
As
of
Peter Griffin's laugh.
No, no, the first note of the underground theme in Mario 1.
How does that go?
Duh. Duh. No, duh. That's it. Duh. So it's like. Is that the blimp?
Yes, it's El Botus Flyamus. That's the level.
These water effects.
Yeah, that was really weird. It made his head all big.
I don't like it when video games break my immersion by spraying feces on the screen.
I hate when there are speckles on the screen.
There's fart specks in the lower corner.
Remember when every game would have a big head mode? That was like a common cheat for some reason.
Yeah, and paintball gun mode.
It's very strange.
Zach, if there was a game where one of the mini games is you shit in a toilet and the corners of the screen got like flecked with like poo, would you laugh?
I would really want to see some guy on YouTube review that, get really mad about that. That's what I like this game a lot until I saw the poop part. Do you think this is funny?
I would think that would be funny.
I think it'd be hilarious.
I've never seen a game parody the blood splats around the corner of the screen when you get shot, so I want to see
With like
it.
a poop
Oh
splat?
my god, what the fuck?
My TV just shot out a cat somehow.
There's a living organism just jumped out from behind the TV. I never even...
Hello, Yuki. Yo, Lyle.
Yeah, what up?
Have you started to realize how shitty this piece of shit is yet?
I like it!
I'm kidding. This is a fun game. I kind of miss just basic platformers where it's just kind of mindless go get shit.
Yeah, I was actually a little bit worried that this game would just be like terrible, and I would just be like, oh man, this isn't as good as I remember.
Does anybody know the reason why this style of game fell out?
Because other games were more popular. It's not because these were bad.
They're also like, I would assume, like hard to make. Like you actually have to think about the design, where if you fucking make like a Call of Duty game, you just have to have a room and throw a bunch of dudes in it and be like, there you go, it's a room.
Wow, Lyle, that's very misinformative.
Probably, yeah. That's probably reductive to a fault, but I would assume that a lot more design goes into like a platformer like this.
I will say, people do like shitting on Call of Duty for like its art and stuff, but there's some good art in there.
I mean, I liked them for a while. The Infinity Ward ones, the old Infinity Ward ones were good.
I'm not talking about the generic military aesthetic. I mean the actual like shots they do and the set pieces and stuff. Sometimes they look cool. Not very fun to play though.
I was just making sure the window was closed so that if there was a Call of Duty fan, you saw a little laser being traced on the back of your head.
Shot in the back of that neck with a fucking bolt-action rifle.
Yeah.
I think Call of Duty 2 Modern Warfare 2 is the greatest video I've ever slotted.
I've never slotted a more greater video.
The slot on my PS2 has worn away from me putting that one in.
My mom keeps yelling at me because the slot on my PS2 gets more worn out every day.
Wait, what the fuck? Am I? Oh, I'm just shooting rats.
What do you think of the fact that there's games out there that are so unbelievably bad that are worth $25,000 just because there's only one copy of them?
Like what? You mean like that scam Cheetahman game?
Like that kind of shit.
Do you remember the Kickstarter video they did where they like, didn't they brag about scamming a bunch of people? I don't want to speak ill of them, but that's what I recall.
People put fake-ass value on these awful pieces of shit just because they're kind of ingrained in video game history.
Yeah, well, what happens a lot of was one of those really old games, like if it was 70s or 80s or something.
Yeah.
And it's a piece of S game.
It's just funny that right now we could probably make something that's a fucking horrendous piece of shit. We could probably get some hype around it, and then we could scam people with it, right?
Yeah.
We could say this game's gonna be awesome, but then in the future, if we only make a few copies of it now, in the future it'll be worth like
in 30 years.
$25,000. Yeah.
Let's do that. What's the game called? Okay, okay. You think of one word. You think of the next word. I'll think of the last word for the game.
Screech.
Screech.
Lightning.
Doggo.
Screech Lightning Doggo.
the best effing game of all time.
They should make a game called Screech Minister, and you're just
Screaming Priest.
I still want to play a game called Worm Odyssey really badly.
Why don't we just do that one then?
Worm Odyssey.
Worm Odyssey.
Worm Odyssey.
Worm Odyssey. Hashtag Worm Odyssey.
Guys, everyone hashtag in the comments Worm Odyssey.
Fucking harass Kickstarter. Tell them to make it.
I don't think that's how a Kickstarter works.
Don't harass Kickstarter.
Guys, harass Kickstarter with the phrase Worm Odyssey.
don't do that. Don't do that.
Just at Kickstarter and just say Worm Odyssey now. Preferably in hashtag form.
How much are we raising for Worm Odyssey? What are we asking
I think we need 100,000 for that.
I think we need 150 at least.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let's say $1 million.
Let's say $1 million.
Yeah, $1 million to get Worm Odyssey off the ground.
What are the perks we're gonna do?
You get a real life worm.
You get one long, straight, dry worm.
You get a mile-long stretch of dirt in a tank for him to go on an odyssey through.
He can crawl. Yeah, like a 1 inch long tube of dirt.
You get a full 10 jars of warm nutrients.
So we're just selling a pet worm at this point.
Yeah, that's the executive producer fee you get if you donate $15,000.
If you donate $20,000, we will create tiny little googly eyes to weld onto the worm's head.
Welding not
and
not
if you
done
if you
when
donate at least $70,000, you can voice one of the worm enemies, which sounds like this.
If you donate the full $1 million, you are executive producer at the bottom of the credits.
Yeah, and also you are responsible for making the whole entire game.
At the very end, the worm says, "Haha, thanks," and he says your name.
Yeah.
Thanks, Steven.
Thanks, Steven. That's awful. And then, so we're gonna need $999,000 for marketing and the rest for the actual budget.
Yeah.
I don't think that was supposed to work, but
This is also a franchise. It's a series.
Yeah, there will be sequels.
Yeah, there will be
and prequels.
There will be a trilogy of
Prequels to
Worm
Worm
Odysseys. Yeah, we'll make one called Worm Odyssey Origins after we're done with the.
You know when they always reboot like a movie or a game, it's always kind of the first word, like they reboot a movie and it's just like Planet of the Apes. Like if they reboot it now, they just call it Apes probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So we just call it Worm.
Yeah, the prequel's called Worm. Or
Odd Worm.
Yeah, no, just Worm. It has to be Worm.
Can we talk about that time we were looking for fucking video games to play on this channel that would be funny, and we saw Planet of the Apes, and we were thinking about we were looking at the trailers. Was that you?
Maybe.
Oh, we were looking at the trailer, and it looked like it was a game where you are Caesar with an AK-47 and you shoot other monkeys with it. And I thought that would have been absolutely
That's amazing.
perfect.
I'd love that.
I would love that as a game. That would be a funny first-person shooter. You're shooting other apes to
I've
death.
never seen it before.
But it just turns out it was like a Telltale story game. And I was like, fuck.
I would love if you were a little monkey with a gun and you could kill other apes.
Yeah, like you can blow off their arms and shit. Be fucking brilliant.
It's like the GTA with monkeys, basically.
Yeah, and you can hear them screeching once it. Yo, this is swamp ambience.
Here's a real question.
What? What?
Is that Linkara?
What? Just say it.
Out with it already.
Come on, get on with it.
On with the show.
Here's a question. Do you think if like the biggest mass shooting, if this is like not even that funny, but just serious hypothetical.
This isn't funny.
The biggest mass shooting ever happened, ever.
Yeah.
There's like fucking 90 people die.
Mm-hmm.
But they go up and they look at the room where the shooter was from, and it's a goblin. Do you think would you
The
be
goblin did the shooting?
Would you be more interested in the fact that it was a goblin or was the biggest mass shooting? What would you be more
The
interested
goblin, for sure.
Quite frankly, the
Mass
goblin.
shooting happens like every day.
Yeah.
A goblin
in? No, but
doesn't
it's like
happen
the biggest
every
one
day.
ever. I'd be shocked by that. I don't know what I would do if a goblin did the worst one ever.
A goblin would do a mass clubbing. It wouldn't be a shooting.
You're right. It'd be a big fucking.
Be a shanking
Yeah.
with a little goblin knife.
There'd be Hanna-Barbera sound effects when he hit people over the head with a club.
Oh man, if there's one thing Hanna-Barbera did the best, it was the sounds.
Those loud, horrible sound effects that are mixed awfully.
They are iconic though.
They're awesome.
They're great. It's smart in a way.
It's smart in a really weird way where you would never like think like a person like skidding would go. But
Yeah.
For some fucking reason. Oh, I did that, I guess.
I thought, oh,
I don't know how,
You're
but-
cutting strings.
Yeah.
I just zoned in. After all this time.
I literally blind fired that and hit it, and I have no idea. Oh, there it's. I guess it was just over here. But yeah, that was pure luck.
Zach, what would you do if one day you woke up and you took off your pants and socks and you had Fred Flintstone feet?
I'd say, hi. I'd say hello. I'm calling the doctor. I just want to say I have Fred Flintstone feet.
And he's like, oh, that's normal.
Fred Flintstone feet are 3 toes.
Would you if you had a big, juicy, fat fucking Fred Flintstone? You know what?
Ear?
Yeah.
He's got little pointy ears. Do you ever notice the Flintstones have little fucking weird ears?
So does Peter Griffin. I red pilled Lyle on Peter Griffin's ear.
He did. I fucking watched Zach draw a Peter Griffin, and he drew him with little, like, basically like sawed off Shrek ears.
He's got
And I was like, That's not what his fuck. Does he have ears? And Zach's like, yeah, look at it. He's got fucking little weird Shrek ears.
They're land before time dinosaur ears, dude. They're like little creepy baby ears.